And that red Toyota truck, that's Jody's mom's.
You guys say that she had a
See, I know. See, that's why they don't like me.
Well, what do you think about Jody Sue and Andy? Do you think that there's any chance that they're involved, or
they got some property on another road, and it's odd that they went and checked that property that day, and ain't been that property in over a year.
Is that where Jody Sue's living right now?
No, that's where they lived before they moved to his aunt's place. So. But it's straight across from Mount Carmel Church.
Yeah.
But it's, I feel like Andy and them had something to do with it. I mean, help them do something.
Is that why was supposed to meet me today?
Because it was odd, when she went missing, they usually won't talk to nobody. They'd stay up on the hill and stuff. But as soon as she went missing, they didn't leave that road down there. They stayed down there for 3 days, day and night. They're trying to hear everything that's being said. I mean, it just made me feel like he's
paranoid.
Yeah.
She doesn't want anybody speaking to
The 4th
Andy.
day, he takes off to Knoxville and don't come back for over a month. And they get a restraining order against each other and everything. It don't make sense.
So they aren't really together. They're not together anymore.
No.
So she's telling the truth about that.
Yeah.
Where is she living at right now?
I'd say she's with her mom.
Where's her mom live?
I think it's Stardust Drive.
What?
Stardust Drive.
Where's that at?
It's on Lone Star.
Is that near Kingsport?
Yeah.
Okay, because she told me.
Like when you go out here and take a ride on Beach Creek, you get to the end of the creek, you get on Old Bladder's Gap, and it runs into Lone Star.
Well, I can't just show up there because she won't freak. She'll freak out. Do you think that they?
See, Andy's dad.
Yeah, George.
Yeah. See, he lives right straight across from Stardust Drive.
Huh.
That's how Andy and her met, you see. They right there.
How long have they been together? For a long time, right?
Yeah, pretty good while.
She was saying 20-some years.
Yeah, she tried to say I tried to rape her and stuff, and only thing I done to give her a ride home from the club, she was so messed up to keep from her getting raped and stuff.
Yeah, okay, so is it Andy's mom or Jody Sue's mom that has a red Tacoma?
Jody Sue.
Because
she even it ain't got the ladder rack stuff like that.
But it did?
Yeah. Because she even said down there when on the 3rd day I walked down there and was talking to them and Don and was searching too for Summer certain places and stuff. I figured he may have put her or whatever, because the way he acted that night, she was already dead, I mean, within 3 hours. I mean, everything he said was.
So what about Jody Sue and Andy? Are they dealers really? I heard they're being investigated for dealing
I don't
drugs.
think they're dealers. Okay. I think they was getting maybe some pot off of them or something. He was raising some pot. Care about that.
I thought he was selling meth and that she was on like her cancer medicine or whatever.
I see. Me and them didn't talk that much.
You're a good source too, because you were here with him also. I didn't know that he was basically second cousins with Andy. And I didn't know his dad was Ben Hill either. That's cool. Or his grandfather was Ben Hill.
Yeah.
But he's Ben Hill's kind of famous in this on this road because he's, I don't know. How well do you know Jody Sue?
I don't know her that well. I just know her.
Do you know that there's a lot of, lately, even a lot more since we were out here last, there's a lot more people thinking she was involved in somehow. And not like where she did something to Summer, but that she possibly sold something to, that's I don't know. She just she was really too worried about me talking to Fred, and it was weird.
Do you know why? Any? Does he? I mean, do you think that maybe Fred knows about her and some drug stuff, and that's what she's worried about? Because if it's just that, then
They don't know nothing on them. Not drugs related.
yeah.
Cause I don't like them. Our horse got loose one night, and I ran into her and Andy as I was going out walking out holler looking for him, looking for that little horse we had. And they told everybody that I was walking in and out of the holler with a flashlight, smoking meth, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
If I'm smoking anything, it's pot.
Yeah. And anybody smoking meth is not gonna. Oh, that's right. She said somebody left a meth pipe at the end of her driveway. Was she trying to blame it on you? A smashed one is probably something she made up.
Me stealing little stuffed animals that they had hanging up at the bottom of their heel. She said that they took me out to town, give me a ride, let me out, and somehow I beat them back to town, and just so I could steal their little stuffed animals off their mailbox.
Is she kind of mental like that? Does she have major mental issues? I mean, is she known for that? Because it's just, she's coming up with some weird,
Gray told me that she said her daddy sold her when she was 16 or 13.
Yeah. That, I do believe something like that because I know her dad, he just passed, I think, but he was in prison for rape. So we just figured that out recently. I didn't know. Last time I was out here.
I don't believe that shit.
What that?
I don't believe anything she says, but I think she's just trying to look like and get sympathy.
And money?
And money. She just wants people to feel sorry for her.
She's one of those that just likes the attention?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, that's what it's looking like.
She can come up with, make herself look a little better.
Do people come out here and harass you guys?
No.
What about her? Does she get harassed that you know of? I don't know if you know where her new her new location. I mean, I know where she's at. I know she's over. Do you know if what about that whole scream thing that Jody Sue mentioned? Is that true? Do you know?
Scream?
The day Summer went missing, one of her stories is that she heard a scream.
I don't have no idea.
Yeah, that's something I forgot to ask Fred last time I was here, and the police said it was unfounded, but
have they found out anything new?
No, not really, and everything's. I mean, it's pretty much the same, but everybody's eyes are really, really on Jody Sue. Bad. And I don't know what she knows. Did you know Andy very well at all?
No.
I mean,
I don't know him that well.
Did he have a bad reputation or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Did Jody Sue have a bad reputation?
For being a whore.
Oh, really? Would she sell herself? Like, you mean literally a whore, or
nasty whore?
Like making money?
Yeah, she used to work at Bottoms Up.
Oh, isn't that a stripper place? Mm-hmm. Okay, but she actually used to sell herself besides just dance?
From what I was told, she was... Well, I don't know if you heard the Cloud Apartments up in Kingsport. They tore a whole freaking section of housing out just because of Andy and her. Whether they waited or they lived.
Oh, it was so gross?
Yeah. Because the whole place was condemned for roaches. And
so Cloud Apartment in Kingsport. Okay, yeah. So they lived there at one time. When people thought that she was one that would sell herself, like, did she have a pill problem? Pill problem? Is that was her drug of choice?
I think it's coke or crack.
Because Fred last time mentioned something about a silver car Andy was driving, and he said that the truck Andy was following went up 100 to 167 Ben Hill. Do you know about a silver car? Like what car, silver car Andy was driving?
That cube thing? Looks like a cube.
Oh, is it one of their vehicles?
I think it was the one that Jody Sue was driving, that little cube-looking thing.
Oh, okay.
So you don't know of any type of domestic abuse between Andy and Jody Sue?
She's always calling me, beating on her.
She would say that he was beating on her?
Mm-hmm. But I've never seen her with Mark. I've always seen Andy walk away. From what I've seen, he'd just get in his car and leave. I ain't listening to it and say, and go on.
Is Fred pretty close to him?
No.
Do you know anything about them snitching? Andy or Jody Sue snitching?
Oh, yeah.
Did they snitch to get out of something in like 10 years ago or something?
They snitched on the guy, Kenny Lawson.
Kenny Lawson. That sounds very, very familiar.
They gave him a ride home from the damn jail, and when he got in the vehicle with them and they pulled out, they got pulled over, and they found cocaine in the car, and they took Kenny right back to prison. As Jody Sue and them said that it was his.
But was it his or? So did that happen?
He got out of jail.
How long ago was it that she was known as somebody who would sleep around for money? Even while she was with Andy? Like, did he know about it? Was he okay with it, you think?
All I know is he took her to and from work and picked her up.
But
She didn't have a good name when I first moved to Tennessee.
now how long ago was that?
And that's been 20 years.
So
Me and Fred's been together 20 years.
20 years. But does she still do those type of things, you think? Do you think she's still into drugs real bad, or is it just like occasional, or?
I don't know what she does now. I know she probably thinks she smokes pot.
No, that's not a big deal. That doesn't count.
But I'm not heard that she's done anything recently. I can't say that I've seen her hide or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that truck, that maroon truck that they was looking for,
Yeah.
Jody Sue was driving the damn thing. That little Toyota truck.
She's still driving it? Or?
I know it was her mom was driving it.
So she was driving around that maroon truck around that time?
Mm-hmm.
She was?
Because it was 2 days later, she come in the holler and moving her stuff out from Andy's. Driving that truck.
This 2 days after Summer went missing?
Well, after y'all come that day,
Oh.
it was 2 or 3 days after that, she gave me a ride and holler.
And she was driving that
in
truck.
that yellow truck. We broke down to the front of the holler. And she just gave me a ride on up here because they was trying to get his truck on in the holler. And she gave me a ride on up here. And we hadn't seen that truck until that night, and Fred's like, "Did you realize what truck that was?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's that damn yellow truck. I mean, what truck is they're looking for? Maroon truck they're looking for, ain't it?"
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah." And he said, and Jody Sue's the one that made that comment about him not finding the ladder rack.
Oh my God.
Said all they have to do is take the ladder rack off of it.
Oh my God. I wonder. I mean, are they still looking for the maroon truck? Do you know, or or did they just figure out that it was like?
I have no idea.
Oh my God.
I mean, it just don't make no sense.
Where did they see? Do you remember where they said they saw the maroon truck? Like the day Summer went missing. Like who spotted it and like where it was at?
I have no idea.
Or if it was just like
it was seen in the holler, I think.
just on this. So in the holler means on Ben Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she was. You know what I think she was doing? I think she was waiting for Candace and her mom to get home that day in that truck, waiting to see what kind of pills they got. I really feel like that because I mean, I just know how I was. You know, I just remember back to my using days, and if they owed her Jody Sue some type of pills, like if like Candace or the grandma was fronted some kind of pills, or if they owed Jody Sue, because Jody Sue she had cancer, or right, or did she supposedly, or
I don't know. She hollered and said she was here not too long ago. She had cancer, but
she's not a very honest person. So what can we believe? You know.
I think it's just another ploy for sympathy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was waiting for Candace and them to get home that day, and she was waiting on something and wanted to see when they got home, so she was down in that maroon truck waiting for them. That's what would make sense to me, because I don't know, with the reception and stuff, I don't know if she has Wi-Fi over there. Would have, like, she probably would have been just waiting down there, especially if she was like going through withdrawals or whatever. And
she still got her kids.
Yeah, I guess so.
See, that's another thing I don't understand.
Why is she's not responsible with kids? No?
I mean, for that little boy's most of his childhood, up until Andy's grandma died not too long ago, well, I guess about 5 years ago, she raised him, kept him 24 hours a day. And
Holly
she
did?
was so mean. No, not Holly. It was Andy's grandmother.
Oh.
Fleta.
Uh-huh.
The one that lived in there in that house.
Okay.
Fleta. She was a sweet woman. But that little boy Andy was so damn mean to her, it wasn't even funny. I threatened to beat the crap out of him.
Does he have a bad reputation? Does Andy Jr., that people call him? I guess his real name's Damien. I've been calling him Andy this whole time because Fred Hill called him Andy, and I figured that was his name, Andy Jr. I guess that's just a nickname or something, right?
Call him, who did Fleta call him? Andrew, I think. His name, I guess, is legally Damien. I really don't remember what his name is.
So does he have a bad reputation?
He was just a mean little boy when he was young. I mean, they wouldn't make him mind, and he'd pick up stuff and hit Fleta. And her, an old woman, old woman.
He would hit her.
Pick a broom up, hit her across the back with it.
A broom handle? Wow. Did he do it?
A little poodle.
Yeah.
He beat it.
He beat it to death?
No, not to death. He just beat it.
With?
He hit it with something. I don't remember what it was.
He hit up the poodle with something.
Yeah.
Did it get, like,
He was just a little kid. He'd get throw a fit. I think Andy and them wouldn't show up like they were supposed to or something, and then he would throw a fit. week he would have to call us or call Ron's ass to come up there and help her with him because he would throw a fit and beat her and throw stuff at her. And
does he have, do you know, but does or Andy Jr., I'll just call him Andy Jr., is he known to do anything weird sexually, like have anything that with kids?
I don't know about any of that.
Okay.
Ain't heard anything
Or PB Tom, was he in? Somebody, now the new thing is that he was seen in the wooded woods of Dawn and Candace's area before Summer went missing. That he was caught back there snooping around or doing something. I don't know if you had heard anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Have you seen Andy Jr. do anything like you don't know? I mean, because last time Fred was like, oh, that kid's about capable of anything. But do you know anything like that? Like, I mean,
Fred knows him better than I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was when he was a little boy, and I thought he was a little brat.
Yeah.
I couldn't worry about something.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to radio kids now.
Yeah, not that disrespectful.
Look at a young woman and kick her in the legs.
I know, that's just crazy.
That's just nonsense. Be one man and he get jerked up so fast his head spins.
Really, Fred's first cousins with Andy's mom.
Fred's really not getting close to any of them, to be honest. Fred's kind of a loner.
Yeah. Every time somebody would say, he played that.
I don't know. I feel like Jody Sue's got something involved in it.
Yeah, I mean, something's going on.
Because her and Andy didn't stay. You never seen them at the bottom of the hill or nothing. Never. You might see them pull up at their mailbox or something or get mail or something when Louise coming in or out or something other when you know. But for just standing down there listening, trying to figure out what's being said and stuff. So the summer went missing. They stood down at Bomb Hill for 3 solid days and nights. Their kids brought them food and stuff down there to them.
What were they doing? Sitting in chairs or something?
Yeah.
Right
sitting around and standing there and sitting in. They had their car parked down there, sitting there and trying to listen, talk to everybody that was around right there and stuff. I mean, it just made me feel like they kind of covered something up or something. I mean.
I was wondering if that's what was going on with Jody Sue. Like, she was scared of, like, she was doing some drug stuff and was afraid of, because she had to say.
I didn't even know they didn't do no dancing.
So
why do you think something happened the 14th?
Well, I'm trying to think how to say it. This things that Jody Sue and Andy had said and stuff on the 15th on the evening, it's all been recorded, but just some stuff that they had said, stuff that made me, and the law even thinks that too.
Oh no! Why are they all so worried about land back there? Jody Sue and also the Redmonds. Why are they so worried about having that whole holler back there?
I have no idea why they're doing that. I mean, like Andy and them, they sold off and sold off and sold off. I don't know why they even saying anything, you know.
They've sold off? What do you mean?
I think they sold off quite a bit of property over the years, you know.
Yeah.
Off of that. But just like Andy, what reason they didn't want Dobbs there is because he had his pot patch right there at the edge of their property, the Dobbs and their property, and they was having a conflict over that.
Oh. I figured it was something like that, so it was the pot plants?
Yeah, that come out Andy's own mouth.
Okay.
And it's on tape too.
Yeah. So law
But
enforcement.
like I was saying, I feel like Andy and Jody and Grandis and Candace and Dawn and Marlena, I think them's the key people right there.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. That's
My opinion.
that's the main group.
See, a lot of people like try to say, well, if they have Andy on tape, then why isn't he arrested? You know, like if they had him on tape on the road and he's saying he wasn't on the road, that's like a huge discrepancy. Why aren't police like badgering him?
Yeah. Because if they arrest him on some bullshit charge and then they can't make it stick or whatever, then it clears him of other charges. You see what I'm saying? They got to make sure when they do pick these people up,
Yeah.
that their charge
Yeah.
is,
That's kind of like,
you know.
yeah, like you hear that case about oh gosh, what's her name in Colorado? Barry Morphew.
Seemed like I'm hearing
Well,
something about it.
he was a suspect in his wife's murder or his wife's disappearance. And they didn't have a body until recently.
Yeah.
And this happened like a few, I don't know, soon after Summer went missing. It took a couple, maybe not soon after, but Barry was arrested and they didn't have a body, and they even charged him with murder and stuff, but they couldn't make it stick. They couldn't make it stick. They didn't have a body, and they had to let it drop. And then after they dropped the charges, they fined her. So I don't know what's happening. He hasn't been rearrested or.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's just like that. You see, it messes everything up. See, that in that state, they'll have to have the body more likely, more or less what you're saying. And where they charged him with murder, and then they didn't have no body, and they had to release him because they didn't have no body, then if they did find the body, they can't charge him for that. So that's what I'm talking about in Summer's case, you see.
Yeah.
But they, in state of Tennessee, they can charge you even if they ain't got the body. They just got to have a certain amount of evidence, that they are deceased.
See, that could be something else too. That could be also another reason why people aren't, because we don't even have a body, or we don't know where Summer is, so we don't know what happened to her. So it's hard to bring charges.
Yeah.
What are they charging Andy with?
Say what?
What could they charge Andy with? Like, from just I'm trying to even think, would they even be able to charge him with? Like,
I don't know what they could charge him with, really. I mean, right now, just arrest him on without hard evidence, really nothing. I mean, they got proof that he was in the holler, this, but without the forensics, DNA of this and DNA of that and then stuff here and there, it's hard to put them in place.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, see what?
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
There's more cameras on that road than just one.
Mhm.
That puts a lot of people. I mean, you're even on camera when you come in and stuff.
Yeah.
When we first met,
Yeah.
everybody's on camera that comes in that holler.
Did you see me? Did you see me on camera? You actually see me?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, several times.
But see,
Yeah,
that was
everybody's on
after
camera.
Summer
I
went
mean,
missing. Why would they care about after?
I know. Hey, they've been cameras on that road for years, honey.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for summer. It was before summer, years before summer.
I know, but I wasn't there before Summer.
Your call has been accepted.
Hey,
Yeah.
but I wasn't saying that you was there before summer. I was just saying that you was on, it showed that you
Yeah.
on camera and stuff too,
Yeah.
Not doing that. Oh, it just shows you and driving in the holler and stuff. And see, there's actually 4 different cameras on that road.
Yeah.
There's one as you come into Holler at the stop sign,
Mhm.
but it's across the road. It's straight on the other side of the main highway. So when you come up to the stop sign, you're on camera.
Okay.
There was one right before you get to Don Wells' driveway on the other side of the road where I'm trying to think.
Don?
You asked Dob. Right there on Dobbs' property on the corner.
Or Don. I said Don. The blue roof Don, they call him, because he has a blue roof. Like, his name's Don too. The one that lives at Beach Creek and Ben Hill.
I'm talking about Jackie Dobbs.
Oh, okay. But Jackie Dobbs didn't have put up a camera, did he?
No, I had a camera set up there.
Oh, okay.
I had a camera set up where deers and stuff that come off of the bank
Oh, okay.
get video of deers and stuff. There's trail cams all up and down that holler that people don't realize.
Oh, okay.
Stop people in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean.
So a trail cam, what it does is just like if something passes it, it takes a picture.
Yeah. It takes every picture that passes, and some of them has video and audio. Yeah. So, and see, Andy was even on camera on Fort Fields Road too. So. On the 15th.
But yeah, did he say he was? I mean, did he admit to that?
Well, he said that he was down. He went down there that day, but he didn't say why. But they're locking us down, hon.
All right. Well, yeah, call it. I mean, so this is you're not going to be let out probably again today, huh?
No, I won't be out again today.
Okay.
I'll talk to you though,
Okay. Sounds good.
All
right, love you too. We'll talk later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Did you hear about that 138 Simpson Road property? Like, if she knows who lived in those trailers that are stacked together.
I don't know anybody over there.
You don't? Okay. Because there's like those 2 trailers that are pushed together. Do you know? And there's a little cemetery back there.
No.
You have never noticed it? Okay.
I know where Jerry Simpson used to live, but I couldn't tell you if that's where it's at or not.
Who? Gary Simpson?
Jerry.
Oh, Jerry Simpson. Okay.
I think that was his name. I know he was a creep too.
Okay. And was that somebody that was related to Cotton Simpson, you think? Roy Simpson?
I have no idea. I know that he was raping Andy's grandmother.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to go into my ancestry and see Jerry Simpson, like Gerry.
I think that's his name.
Okay.
Ziggy, you can ask Fred what his name was. He'll tell you.
Okay.
But I can't remember. I'm thinking his name was Jerry, but...
What am I supposed to ask him? Ask him who?
Jerry Simpson.
Jerry.
But what if it's
Jerry?
Jerry? I think it was Jerry, Jerry.
Okay, Jerry Simpson. Okay, and you think he was living back over there?
I think that's where he lived over there, yeah. Ask him who was doing that, was raping Fleta. What his name was.
Oh, okay.
How long has he been gone?
Probably about 10 years now, I guess.
10 years?
Which one's Fleta again? Who is that? That's
That was Andy's grandmother.
Okay, because I just want to, I don't want to say, I don't know if they would like block that word or something, so I'm trying to think of how to say this to them.
Kind of relationship that Jody Sue and Candace had. Like, did you ever witness them going to each other's houses?
No.
Okay.
You don't know if they were friends or anything. Yeah, I don't think Fred knew either.
No.
Yeah.
And as far as drug activity, he didn't know anything really much about Dawn and Candace and, all Jody Sue and them. I guess they all just mind their own business there. I think everybody must have been into different types of substances or something.
Well,
That's okay, Laura.
That's
Is Andy Bernard, is in your eyes? I mean, it's just your opinion. Is he a good guy, bad guy? What kind of guy is he?
Andy, he's always been decent to me.
Okay.
I never seen out of the wrong character out of him, no.
Jody Sue, she's not as nice.
Jody Sue ain't nothing but a lying, trifling whore.
Oh my God. She would, oh man.
If anybody believes her, then they're stupid. I'm sorry, but I can't tolerate stupidity, and that's just stupid.
Yeah. She was just in the chat having some things. She was in the chat earlier, I guess. I didn't notice until after.
And she just makes herself look stupid.
Well, she said, I don't know. She recently came out and said that she knew about some. And I mean, I'm not giving her a hard time about it because I'm sure she already beats herself up about it. But she knew about some type of that she knew that Dawn was taking the boys to dope houses. And coming back with and the boys supposedly would be bruised and have, I don't know. That's what I don't know. That's Jody Sue's claim. And she says she feels bad, and she was crying because she says she could have maybe saved them. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it? I don't know. I mean,
I think it's just another plot to get attention.
She was really crying really bad, but I know a lot of people do think that.
Man, she can turn the tears on quicker than anybody ever seen in my life. I speak the truth. If you don't want the truth, then don't ask me.
Why do you think that she would? What do you think the purpose of her making that up would be? About her making up that she
attention. She is suffering from not having enough attention, man. She's got to have attention from people. That is what she's always been.
Okay. Even though
man, when she comes up, people made fun of her.
When what?
When she worked at Bottoms Up, they made fun of her and booed her off the stage.
Oh, is that a strip club?
She'll get up there and do it.
So that's the strip club, right?
Yes.
Okay, but so you think she would even lie about a case like a case about a little girl missing?
I think she would lie about anything that she thought that she would bring her attention. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
Okay. guys didn't hang out with Jody Sue or anything ever?
No.
Okay. All right. All right.
Like
Well,
I said, I didn't like her because she got all over Facebook and said that we was looking for a horse one night, and she said that I was smoking meth walking out of the holler and that I was tripping, and they give me a ride, and then give me a ride out town, and then I ended up beating her back home, and I was stealing her damn designs off her mailbox. And I was smoking pot, and they smoked it with me, and then she wants to get on Facebook and tell that.
So was it very common that Jody Sue just to make up stories about people way before all this happened with Summer Wells? Was it something known in the community?
Yeah, and she also got on Facebook and said that Ronald was selling pills, and that's the reason why she had to homeschool her children, because there was so much drug traffic.
Huh.
That who was selling pills?
Fred's dad.
Was Ronald selling at the school? Wait, but no, Ronald didn't sell pills. That was just a rumor, right? That Jody Sue said?
Yeah. She said that that's the reason why she was homeschooling.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So why would that affect her kids? I don't understand.
Because the social services was in on her too, on her ass too, for her children not going to school.
Oh, she wanted an excuse. I see. Okay. Yeah.
Said that she couldn't let her kids even go to the school bus in the mornings because of the drug traffic.
Oh, okay. Well, they have online school now these days, but I don't know how good the internet is out there where she's at. I mean, it's pretty. I don't know if you guys can get good internet if it's paid for.
No. HughesNet, and it's a joke.
I was kind of curious too. Like, what kind of relationship did you see that Dawn and Andy had? Did they seem like they were friends and had any type of a relationship? Did you ever see them going anywhere together, hanging out?
No.
Okay.
I seen Dawn handing money the day that Summer went missing.
Yeah. That's crazy too. I'd like to know if has anybody I wonder if anybody's asked him that or if he's answered that. Actually, he might have said, I don't know. He might have answered it before.
What I heard was, so Andy and Jody were able to get out that night and get food, and Dawn gave him money to get them all food too. That's why, to get food. That's what I heard that was about.
Well,
because
that's funny because the other neighbor that lives in the house in front of Fred's mom and dad's brought them food that evening too.
Right.
Because I was standing there when she took it up on the hill.
Yeah, they were all trying to gather food. But I think they didn't know they were going to get that food from the other neighbor. But Andy and Jody were able to get out that night and get out of the holler and drive. So they were the ones who were going to the store for things. So I think that's what I don't know though. I don't know the truth. That's just what I heard was that. Because of the fact they were
able to
get cigarettes, they could get, stuff, so they were to bring stuff back.
What'd you say, Laura?
I was told it was pot.
For pot?
Yeah, it probably was.
Pot too. I think Dawn said it might have been pot. Okay, yeah, where was Ronald that day? Laura, Andy B says y'all saw Ronald, not him. Whoa! Did you hear that, Laura?
Oh my God. Does he really think I'm that fucking retarded? Man, I know the difference between a black Ford Ranger and a damn silver car.
And plus, Ronald, they look completely different, don't they? Wasn't he, basically...
Yeah, well, Ronald was an older man.
He passed away in November after summer went missing. He was not in good health
He couldn't even drive himself anymore.
at that time. Yeah. So Andy, the fact that he's making excuses about that makes him look even more suspect to me. I don't believe it's like Kay Crime said about, oh, it was
Well, first of all, why did he go to his property down the road? I mean, he hadn't been there in several years. Why on the day that Summer gets missing did you have to go to your property?
Yeah. And then Fred said that.
Answer that for me.
Yeah, and I wish I had my conversation with Fred, my last conversation with Fred when I went and saw you guys the last time. It didn't record, but that's when we talked about when Fred mentioned about the how the law enforcement had mentioned something like an area of disturbed dirt over there near where the Bernard property was off Fields Road. And Fred swears by it. He swears that law enforcement said that it looked like there had been, like she had been moved, like that she had been there at one time. So that's crazy. If you're aware that Jody said she'd burn the goddamn creek down, and does she think that Jody possibly could have started that fire?
She burnt the creek down?
She was saying she was threatening about burning the goddamn. She's threatened stuff like that before, but do you have an idea of who possibly did that to your guys' property?
Yeah, I know who done it.
Do you want to?
But
say?
I ain't gonna say.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But it wasn't Jody Sue. She ain't got the fucking balls to do anything like that. She's all mouth.
Oh man.
Sorry, I'm a little. I can't help it.
No, you're good. She put up a picture recently of her walking barefoot on Beach Creek, like.
Wasn't that a creepy picture?
Yeah.
It's like the ghost lady of Beach Creek.
Yeah.
Just like the day that the Summer went missing, she said that she went down to the creek.
Mm-hmm.
And something about she washed her feet off or something in the creek.
Right.
And was looking for footprints of Summer.
Yeah. And so she washed off.
I never did make no sense of that.
Right. No, neither did anybody else.
It sounded like she was saying that more or less saying that she was down there trying to walk, more or less just cover up proof that Summer was down that way.
Yeah.
Because why else would you be down there if you wasn't trying to get rid of something? Because they were looking for a child.
Yeah.
They're trying to find out who's been through here. If you're barefooted, then that's kind of stupid.
She was saying that she didn't want the dogs to smell her dogs or something crazy. I don't know.
She was thinking that
the
only thing I could figure out what it was is she was thinking that that her own natural scent was going to interfere with the search dogs trying to find Summer.
Mm.
And that's why she was trying to say she was standing in the creek for. But
that don't even make one lick of sense.
It really doesn't, but that's the only thing I can figure out she was trying to say.
Those dogs are trained, they were trained to go
through the water
for Summer, not for if the dogs would have sniffed her, then they would have assumed that Summer had been near her.
Oh.
If she was worried about that, well, that wouldn't. That doesn't make. There's so many things that people say in this case that make me go, "What?"
Yeah. That picture was eerie. It was a screenshot of a security camera, and it was in black and white, and it looked like it was like 4 a.m. But it said it was 4 p.m. on the camera, so that was weird. It looked like it was taken in the middle of the night at like 3 or 4 a.m. and she's like in pajamas, barefoot, in the middle of the night walking down the road, and she put a screenshot of that up. I don't know what she was showing, but it was interesting. It made some interesting conversation for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, who's on meth now? 4:30 in the morning. Come on now.
Well, she has some awfully long lives for someone, and she just babbles and babbles and stares and babbles and stares and babbles and stares. It really, really gets on my nerves. I can't watch her for more than 3 to 4 minutes. And then I have to change it and hope somebody clips something interesting she says. And then also, while they're telling you what, they have to tell you what she said, because you certainly can't understand what she said if she's in one of those moods, like Charlie Brown's school teacher.
Somebody has a question. Did you ever hear anything about Fred supposedly helping Jody kick shells into the creek?
Kicked shells in the creek?
Yeah, that's what Jody Sue said.
No. Just like her and Fred was best friends.
Well, she said that
I've seen Fred literally pull out of the parking lot to keep from talking to this girl.
Well,
go to another store. And us with switch tags on our vehicle, no driver's license, knowing that if we go much further, then we're probably going to get caught. But he'd still do it. Just to avoid her.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, Fred confirmed who you were talking about. That you're. I forgot to tell K-Crime, but I just want to say right here. Yesterday we were talking about a Jerry Simpson. That is the correct name of the guy who abused Fleeta. You said Fleeta, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. I forget how it's spelled, but I spelled it Fleta, but I know that's not how it's spelled. But
I think it's F-L-E-E-T. Fleeta.
Fleeta?
E-D, I think, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Myself.
Well, he said it was Jerry Simpson. So I just worded it like I just said, who was the person who did bad, or I said, was the person who did bad things to Fleeta, Jerry Simpson, and he just said yes, because I don't want to ask him, like, I want to be careful about what I type, you know. I don't want to type killed or murdered, or, you know, because I'm sure certain words would set off some type of alarm. I don't know.
Fred caught him when me and Fred first got together. Fred caught him at the bottom of the driveway, drunk. I got to tell you this because it was so funny. Yeah, he was still alive when me and Fred first got together, and he was drunk, and he was sitting at the bottom of Fleeta's driveway and had the driveway blocked, had the whole road blocked. Fred took and put his truck in drive and pushed his truck off the bank.
Oh my gosh! And you're talking about James Light?
No, I'm talking about Jerry.
Jerry Simpson? Oh my God. Well, he's an RSO, so we don't care about him. So go, Fred! We don't care about RSOs.
He stopped teaching the most of my aunt.